This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining. This is Sunil. Please confirm. Can you hear me? Thank you. So,
Good morning.
good morning, Asif. Good morning, everybody. I hope you have all enjoyed the weekend. And also practice the CI/CD stages, whatever we have learned. Any questions? Did anybody facing a problem in completing the CI/CD stage? No questions. Okay. Ashok, could you briefly explain the CI/CD stages?
Hello.
Yes, Ashok.
Yeah, hi, sir.
How many stages we have?
In Jenkins, we have 5 stages in CI/CD.
Okay.
Yeah, stage 1 is like continuous download, and stage 2 is continuous build, and stage 3 is continuous deployment, testing, and delivery.
What is continuous download?
Yeah, continuous download means like it's continuously downloading the source code from the GitHub repository
To where?
to dev server.
Okay. What is continuous build?
Continuous build, which is here we will use Maven. So we will convert source code will convert into the artifact by using Maven.
Perfect. Very good. Deployment.
Deployment we will deployment like it's a we will move the artifact to the QA server for testing purpose.
Okay.
Yeah. Testing here we will use automation testing to run the artifact in the QA server.
Run the not artifact. Run the testing scripts.
Testing.
Yes. Deployment.
Continuous deployment and then next is continuous
delivery. Yes.
Yeah, once testing is successful, then we need to deliver the artifact from dev server to the cloud server.
Perfect. Any questions, Gopi? Karthik? Can you hear me, Karthik?
No questions.
You're very silent all through the sessions. Are you able to understand?
No, I am practicing. I just I need to. I installed all the everything completed, but I need to update that scripts and I need to execute.
Please.
Once done means I will also. Yeah.
Please do that.
Yeah.
Karthik, Jenkins runs on which port number?
8080.
How to start the Jenkins? I have just started the EC2 machine. Dev server.
Yeah, connect. Yeah. Then you will need to do copy and paste. Paste.
Sorry.
Jenkins run on installed plugins.
I already have installed Jenkins. I want to start the Jenkins.
Jar file. You need to run that
jar file.
Yeah.
Java-jar. The file name is
Jenkins. Yeah.
Sunil, what if you stop the production server? Whether you need to restart again Tomcat
we
or
will not stop the production server.
No, here for in our
practice.
No, here in our practice purpose, I'm asking like you'll stop the EC2 instance right now.
So yes, please.
After starting again, we need to start the Tomcat also, or else.
No. Tomcat we don't need to start. Tomcat will start automatically. Only for Jenkins we need to start. Okay.
Only in dev server we need to start Jenkins.
Only in dev server we need to. Jenkins is installed only in the dev server.
Yeah. So
Jenkins
in
is not there in prod. So coming to dev server, we need to manually start the dev. In the real time, we will
you
never
will not.
start the will never, because servers will never be stopped.
Yeah.
Continuously it will be running.
Okay. So in production, the QA Tomcat will need no need to restart. It will be started
They
automatically.
automatically will be started.
Okay.
In here also we can do some configurations, Dinesh.
Okay.
Jenkins can also be started automatically whenever you can do some configurations using Ansible.
Okay. Fine.
Okay, so not a
Yeah,
problem.
need to be set any environment.
Yeah, we'll see how to do it. I'll tell you when we can about Ansible. Okay. Any questions? Gopi? Yeah, sure.
So,
Yeah.
actually, when I just when we start the Jenkins guy, so if I close that, uh, it shall command prompt. Automatically Jenkins also closing. Like
This
when it
terminal you're
is
talking
not,
about, right?
yeah, it's done.
This should not be closed.
Okay,
Okay.
what about in real time?
In the real time also, Jenkins will be continuously running. Okay.
Yeah, means we need to open this shell, this command prompt.
Yes, and start it. It's one-time process, isn't it? Ashok?
Yeah.
It's just a one-time process. That's all.
Okay.
Okay. Gopi, you have something to discuss?
No, that is the one. How to configure once the server reboot, auto startup about the
Automatically
Jenkins.
Jenkins should start. We'll do it. We're using Ansible. We'll do it.
Yeah, that is what my concern. You already explained.
Okay.
And maybe some environment
Now,
variable
Gopi,
to
how
set.
to access Jenkins dashboard?
Yeah, that public IP 8080 port.
Coral.
Yeah, call.
Spot.
Now, today's concept is all about security option in Jenkins. The concept is security in Jenkins. How can we provide security in Jenkins? Next point, first point, why should we provide security in Jenkins? Very, very important. You should try to understand this. Okay, now listen here. We have installed Jenkins. We have logged into Jenkins using which user? All of us know we are logged in with using admin user. When did you create admin user? Yes, we have created admin user at the time of installation of Jenkins. It will ask you to create a first time user. When you have practiced Jenkins, you will also see that first user we have created. Yes. When you use it for the first time, we have created a first user admin. Okay. So using that, you're logging into Jenkins, you're creating jobs and running the jobs. That's fine. Now, try to understand. Don't think that as a DevOps engineer, only you will have access to Jenkins. Don't think that only DevOps team will have access to Jenkins. No. Development team may also have, will also not may. Development team will also have access to Jenkins. Testing team will also have access to Jenkins. Yes. Even they will also have access to Jenkins. Development team wants to run the job. Not only we, development team wants to run the job. They want to see how the artifact is generated. Is it properly deployed? They want to see the log messages. If any particular job is failing, development team wants to see that particular messages. Testing job also wants to see the testing job. So try to understand first point. Sure. As a DevOps engineer, don't think only our team will have access to Jenkins. No. Development team will also have access to Jenkins. Testing team will also have access to Jenkins. So How can we create a user in Jenkins? Let's say project manager, let's say team leader. You got a mail from the development team saying that the team leader should have access to Jenkins. So do we give admin user to the development team? Do we give admin user credentials to the testing team? No. We'll be creating a new user for the development team. We'll be creating new user for the testing team. We will not give the admin username password. Admin username password will be there for us development team, our DevOps team. For developers, we'll create one username and password. So the developers using their username and password, they'll log in. For testers, we'll create one username and password. So if they want to look at their job, they will log in. So first step, how can we create a new user in Jenkins? Isn't it? That's what we should learn. The default user, the first user which we have created is admin user, fine. But how can we create new user in Jenkins? Okay. So first step, we'll learn how to create new user in Jenkins. Okay. Look at this. Go to dashboard, go to manage Jenkins, go to manage users. So I'm showing you how to create a new users. Everything in manage Jenkins. Listen here. Installing plugins is also manage Jenkins option. Manage Jenkins. Can you see we have option manage users? How many users we are having? Look at this. Only one user admin as of now. Okay, I want to create users. What users I want to create? I want to create two users. One user is Ravi. The other one is Lata. For Ravi, the username is Ravi. The password is also Ravi. Lata, the password is also Lata. So to easily remember. So we'll first create new users. So we have an option create user. Creating user is very simple. Ravi. Password is also Ravi. Name also like that. Email address also like that. Any email address. User created. One more user. What the users are created. Next. To provide security in Jenkins. To provide security in Jenkins, we need a plugin. Like first point you should understand. Why should we provide security? I'll explain later once you see practicals. We need a plugin called as role-based authorization strategy plugin is required. Role-based authorization strategy plugin is required for providing security in Jenkins. Why to provide security in Jenkins? I'll show you once plugin is ready. So we also know how to install plugins. We already have done installing plugins before. What plugins we have installed? Deploy to containers. If you want to deploy the artifact to a particular Tomcat server. Copy artifact plugin to copy the artifact from one project to other project. In the same way, we need a role-based authorization strategy plugin, and you also know how to install plugins. So I'm done with creating users. Manage Jenkins. Manage plugins. Available tab. Now before installing plugins, I want to log out. I want to log in with the new user which we have created, Ravi. Right, understand. I'll tell you. We have created new user, right? Okay. Ravi. So I just want to experience how Ravi is able to log in. Can I also log in with Lata? Yes, no doubt. Now here the problem is security aspect. Assuming Ravi is a developer, Ravi is from development team, and Lata is from testing team. So not only as a DevOps team, other teams also will have access to Jenkins dashboard. Problem is, that's right. As of now, Lata logged in. Lata is having full control. Lata is having full control of Jenkins. What does that mean? Lata can also go to manage Jenkins and install plugins, whatever she wants. Lata can also create new users. Are you understanding? Not only a DevOps team, even testing team also can do new users. In the same way, Ravi can do everything. What does that mean? I want to explain that. By default, every user will have full control of Jenkins. That means every user is equal to admin user. And Lata is also able to create new users. Lata can also install plugins. Lata can create jobs. Creating jobs, okay, but you can also have option to disturb the settings. We want to provide restricted access to these new users, Ravi and Lata. We don't want Ravi and Lata to give full access. Restricted access, we want to give it. If you want to provide restricted access to these new users, we need a plugin called as role-based authorization strategy plugin. There's a need. What's the need for this plugin? The need for the plugin is to provide security. We need a plugin called as role-based authorization strategy. Clear, Karthik? Do you understand the importance of this plugin?
Yes.
Because every user can do anything, isn't it? Yes. So let's learn how can we install plugins. Let's go from the admin point of view. Manage Jenkins. Manage plugins.
Sunil, in real time, you will log in as admin user only for Jenkins, or else.
Yes. As a DevOps team, you will log in as an admin user.
So we
Role-based
can't
authorization strategy. We can't.
say we can't log in as our. I mean, like, can't we create instead of admin like our username, like some like Sunil
You
or
can
some
do
other.
that. You can do that. Then we'll have admin privileges. That means we are equal to admin users. Okay.
So where we can
I'll
like
show
check.
you now. I'll show you now. Where can we create a user which is equal to admin? Dinesh.
Okay, Sunil, thanks.
So we need a plugin called as role-based authorization strategy. So just install it after it's done. Done. Install plugin is done. We need to make some changes. Go to Manage Jenkins. Configure global security. Look at the default. Look at the option. Default option. Dinesh, the default option is logged in users can do anything. Anything is full access, isn't it? Logged in user should not do anything. So you should select role-based strategy. Okay, strategy which you are planning is a role-based strategy. So click on role-based strategy, click on apply. One second. Okay, so what I have done, next step, I have installed a plugin called as role-based authorization strategy plugin. And then I have made some changes in the configurations. Because of this action, what I have done it, I want to log out and log in with Ravi user now. Last time when I logged into Ravi user, what was our experience? Our experience is Ravi is having full control. Logged in user was able to do anything, isn't it? That was the default option. which we don't want. We want him to provide a restricted access. So because of this plugin installation making changes, now what is happening? Experience when Ravi logs in is 0, no access at all. Even this we don't want, isn't it? Last time it was full access, which you don't want. This is 0 access, which you don't want. So restricted access is possible by defining roles. Jenkins. Okay, so let's log in as admin. Very important. There are two types of roles in Jenkins. There are two types of roles in Jenkins. Global role, project role. Project role is also called as item role. There are two types of roles in Jenkins: global role, project role. So using these roles, you can provide a restricted access to Jenkins for the users. We can provide a restricted access to Jenkins for the users. Okay, so let's experience. So we'll be creating one global role. We are providing permissions at the role level. We will never give permissions to user level. We will always give permissions to the role level, and then we will assign users to that role. When the users are assigned to that role, all the users who are having that role will have all the permissions which are given to that role that will be assigned to the users. So roles are used to provide restricted, limited access. So to what level you want to provide access? We restrict at role level. We create a role and we provide the permissions to the role level, and then we add the users to the role. When we add the users to the role, those permissions which we apply to the role will be applicable to the user. Yes, Prashant.
Sir, you said something about project role is also called as
Item role. We'll see now. We'll see now. So I hope you have the importance of roles. Roles are the key to provide restricted access. So what we'll do, we'll be creating new role. Look at this. Go to manage everything in manage Jenkins. Go to manage Jenkins. Manage and assign roles. Manage roles. Prashant, as I told you, there are two types of roles. One is global role. You can see here global role. Second one is also called as project role. Is also called as item role. Two types of roles. By default, we have a role called admin. It's a default role. You get it when you install. Admin user is having all checkboxes. See? Now, Dinesh, if you want to create a user with the name Dinesh, and Dinesh will be equal to admin user, so what you will do? Assign this admin role to your user. Isn't it, Dinesh?
Sorry.
Did you understand?
Yeah, we'll create a new user. By default, it will be having all.
We'll create a new user like Ravi Lata. We'll create new user, and then we'll assign the roles to the admin role to the new user. So he'll be equal to admin.
Yeah. No. I mean, like first.
To the user, anyways, we'll see now.
Oh, first user what we will create in using Jenkins will be the admin user by default.
That is by default admin user.
So instead of that admin name, you can create Dinesh also, but Dinesh will be like admin user.
No.
That is it, right?
No.
No, first user while we.
No. Can you see here we have admin?
Yeah, that we have given the username as admin, right? If you give username as.
But please wait. What is this admin?
Yeah, admin.
What is this? Is it a user?
No, it's a role.
Yeah. Now you got it. Admin is a role. Did we create the role?
No, we didn't create.
We have not created the role. Admin is the
Okay.
default role that will be available in Jenkins.
But
have
user
full
we have
access.
created, right? Admin user we have created.
User we have created admin. Instead of admin, you can write XYZ also, isn't it?
Okay, fine.
Am I right?
But that
The
XYZ will have
role.
admin privileges.
Admin role.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Okay, Sunil, got it.
Now, if you want to create a Dinesh user and you want full access, what we'll do, create a user like how we have created user and assign this admin role to the Dinesh user. You will have equal to admin.
Got it, Sunil.
This is
Thanks.
the name of the role. Okay. These are all role. The concept of role is to provide permissions. So, this is administrator, system, read, create, deploy. You have a lot of permissions. Now, what I'm trying to do, I'm creating a new role. I want to create a new role as employee, and I'm provided restricted actions. In overall, I'm providing read access. In the overall section, I'm providing read access. And in view section, I'm providing all access. That's what I'm trying to do. How to create a new role? Very simple. What is the name of the role? It can be anything. Okay. So I'm naming the role as employee. Add. That's a role created. So this is admin role and employee. I want to give read access to overall, and then in the view access, I want to put all these privileges. I'm assigning to what role, what level. I'm not assigning to user. I'm assigning to the employee. This is global role. Second role, item role. Node roles, I have never seen it. Anybody use it? They are not sure. I want to create one more role in the item role. I want to create two roles. Item role. I want to create two item roles. One role is developer. The other role is tester. How to create a role? We already know it. Go to, and coming to a very important point. In item role, we provide the pattern. We provide the pattern. What is the pattern for developer? For developer, I provide the pattern as dev.star. For tester, I provide the pattern as test.star. You might have a question, Sunil, why are we providing patterns at the item level? What is the importance of it? We'll see it practically. First, let's create the role. Role, name, and pattern. Name of the role, developer. Pattern. Role added. One more role. Test pattern. Both the roles are added. I want to give all the permissions to these roles. Everything. We'll see it now. Difference we'll see practically. What did you do, Dinesh, Monday morning? As the session was not there. 67.
Morning I have checked the message.
Class was not there. So what did you do in that free time? 1 hour.
I slept in that. Right.
We have created roles. We have not assigned the roles to the users. Okay, how to assign the roles to the users? So we have an assign role option. Using in this assign role, manage role for creating the roles. This assign role is all about, you can easily understand. We'll be assigning the users to the roles. Okay. Go to assign roles. How many users we have created? 2 users. Can you say users to add? Add the users. We have Ravi user. Lata user. Now listen here. Ravi is from development team. Lata is from testing team. That's fine. First point. Employees what role? Global role. Both the users I'll assign it as employees. Both the users I'll assign it as employee role. Here again you add 2 users. Ravi.
So we just created two users, right? How come that
Yes.
anonymous is coming there?
That's a default user. Anonymous. We don't work it. Okay. We have added 2 users. Prashant, developer is what?
Developer is Ravi.
It's a role. Am I right? Developer is one role. Item role. Tester is also one item role.
Item role.
For developer, we have associated a pattern. What is the pattern? Dev.star. For tester role, we have associated a pattern test.star. Ravi is from the development team, so I assign it as developer role. Radha is from testing team. Assign as tester. So here, using this assign roles, what you can do is we can assign users to the roles of like. Log out. Restart the Jenkins. How to restart the Jenkins? How to restart the Jenkins? Very simple. You have the Jenkins URL, right? Jenkins runs on port number 8080/restart. System shift restart the Jenkins. Let's wait.
Restart option, is it only available for the admin or the other users can also do?
Only admin can restart. Other users cannot restart. Let's log out. And one more thing, Prashant. In the admin dashboard, in our Jenkins dashboard, how many jobs we are having? 2 jobs. One is development job, the other one is testing job. So dashboard is having 2 jobs. Okay. Now here our dashboard is having 2 jobs, but visualize a dashboard which is having some 20 to 30 jobs. Okay? Visualize a Jenkins dashboard with 20 to 30 jobs. Okay. Out of these jobs, few jobs will be related to developers. Few jobs will be related to testing team. Okay, few jobs are related development team, few jobs are related testing team. When a developer logs in, when a person from the development team logs in, he or she should able to access only the jobs related to development. They should not have access to jobs related to testing. Similarly, when a testing team logs in, they should have access only to testing related jobs. They should not have access to development related jobs. Okay, so we have achieved that using the pattern. We have provided a pattern dev.start to developer role, test.start to tester role. And we have attached Ravi. As Ravi is the development team, he will have only access related to jobs which are starting with dev. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we have done with this. I'm deleting these jobs. I'm creating a new job. Dev1. One more job, test1. So Jenkins dashboard is having 2 jobs. As per my analysis, Ravi should be able to see only 1 job. Yes. Actual dashboard is having 2 jobs. As this job is related to development, so he's only having access to 1 job, that is dev1. And Lata, she should be able to access only the testing job. Okay, so that's how we can provide this. And more important observation, this Ravi and Lata is not having manage Jenkins option. Are they having manage Jenkins option? No. So Lata and Ravi cannot go to plugins and whatever they want, they can remove it. No, they are not possible. They cannot create new users because we are providing restricted access. So Nafis,
Yeah.
item role, item role is helping us to filter the jobs based on the name. So as a DevOps team, you will be providing instructions to the development team, testing team to create jobs which follows a particular pattern. That's very important. We will be providing instruction to the development team as well as testing team to create a jobs which follows a particular pattern so that development team can see their particular jobs and testing team will see their particular jobs. If they're not providing the pattern, we'll ask them to rename the job or we'll ask them to create a new job. Because anyways, we can monitor it by using the full control. Anyways, we're using that as a full user, admin user. Clear? Nafis?
Yeah, while creating the job, we have not provided the job category. How it identifies whether it is the testing, whether it is the development.
Yes.
Because we have created a role, but not category for job.
Yes. This is using the pattern. Nafis, we have
Okay.
provided a pattern to the developer role. Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember. But how
Developer role
it
is
will be
having, no,
set?
the developer role is having a pattern dev.star. As this job is matching the pattern.
Okay,
That's
matching with the
tester is
pattern.
provided
If
the
I
pattern test.star.
if I create a job with NAF and I
No.
create a role NAF, then only it will identify. Correct? With the
Yes.
pattern NAF dot
It's a
star.
pattern matching operator. We have it in other programming languages or databases. When the job starts with DEV, those jobs will be visible for our user. Nafis. Okay?
Okay, I get it.
That's how we say. That's the reason we are. That's why I said we will be providing the instructions to the development team, to testing team to follow a particular pattern. Got it? So that you can filter it. So which role is helping us to filter the jobs? 1 minute. Which role is helping to filter the jobs? Tell me. Item role is helping to filter the jobs. Because at the item role level, we are providing the pattern. Next. Which role is helping us to filter this options of Jenkins options, like manage Jenkins? Do you think item role is doing? No, we have created one global role. Do you remember what is the name of the global role? Employee. Do you remember? We have created one role called employee. Exactly, Gopi. See, we have created a role called employee. At the employee level, we have restricted some options. That's the reason you are not getting manage Jenkins options. So practically roles is used to provide restricted actions to the developer. In the interview, they'll ask you. So can we provide a Jenkins login credentials to the development team and testing team if required? What should be your answer, Prashant? Yes, we have to provide them because they will run the jobs. They want to see the messages. They will not always ping us, isn't it? They will have access. They will have full control of their particular job. So we provide them the access to Jenkins. And how do you restrict it? How do you provide security? How do you make sure that they will not disturb the other jobs and other options? Yes, providing using a strategy called as a role-based authorization strategy plugin by creating roles and then providing the permissions to the role level and assigning users to the role. We can provide a users with a security as per requirements. Clear, Dinesh? Now, what is the difference between global role and project role or item role? You now know it. Global
Yeah,
project
understood.
role helps you to filter the jobs. Global role helps you to filter these options you have in Jenkins.
Yeah. So
Okay.
job names you should start with the development dev or test only
Yes, that's how we
in
provide
real
the
time.
instructions. Yes.
Okay. So we will be creating the jobs, right? So why we need? I mean,
No, we will not create the jobs. Sometimes development team will also create the jobs.
yeah,
The
sure,
moment,
I understand.
the
Yeah.
moment, the moment you are providing access to Jenkins, that means they can
Yeah.
also connect to Jenkins and they can also create jobs.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
So
fine.
after creating the user, what will be given the username and password? Other than that, what will be given to you that development team
That's
like
it.
Jenkins? You are how they will log
Jenkins
into
URL,
Jenkins?
obviously, we should provide them.
So that
Okay.
public IP colon 8080.
Yes.
Okay, Sunil. So we need to create the roles and we need to assign the roles to that users. That is what we are doing, right?
We should also create users and assign roles to the users.
So that is the responsibility of DevOps engineer.
Yes, and providing
Yeah.
restricted access.
Okay.
That's how
Okay,
we
sir.
can provide security option.
Okay, Sunil.
Yeah. Tanikya.
Yeah, Sunil. So just like comparing with IAM roles, the job of this also same, right? I mean, when we
Same. That helps
same
you
as
to
in
filter at services level. This is helping you to filter at jobs.
yeah, the concept is same, right?
Concept is same. Roles
Yeah,
also they generally respect of the technology the same.
yeah,
Okay. In database also we have roles. Okay. We provide users to the roles. Only providing security helps you to provide the security.
yeah, yes, good.
Sunil, you have given only two access, right? Like in the dashboard, like you have given view my view access as read and another one. What you are having? So build a
We have so
deposit
many
relationship.
options, but this is generally the options is used in the real time. So in my company also only those two options are there. But
No,
using
no,
the
no.
documentation, using the documentation, we can explore what is the importance of each and role. If required, we should
No,
negotiate.
no. You have given two on only two. That is okay. But here in the left side, you are listing 5 or 6 options, right?
No, first point, we have given only two. What do we have provided?
Two global roles you have given. I mean, like
Two
you have
global.
created one role, and you have. I mean, like you have created one global role called employee, and you have given that access as a read access to one is my views and another one is up. I don't. Can you?
Let's see. 1 minute. Where is that option? Manage and assign.
Manage.
We're talking about
Yeah,
the
this,
overall read access.
yeah. What is that overall and what is that views like?
Now, generally, this is the standard we follow. It. On overall, we provide read access. Okay, whenever.
Okay.
So this helps us. Okay, credentials is
Okay.
nothing but user can create, delete. Which one? Users for employee can create credentials, manage credentials, update and view the credentials. As we have not provided these details, these users cannot create new users, cannot delete new users, cannot manage domains, cannot update users, cannot view the users also. Okay.
Okay.
This, there are a lot of options of each and every one. Okay. So generally this is the option we do it at the employee level, and we assign employees as well as this is for the self-filtering the jobs level. Okay.
Okay. And in the starting, we have two jobs, right? Development and testing. Why we are unable to access that jobs? You created and you deleted and created again new jobs, right?
No, it is actually it's actually applying for the new jobs which are getting created. It also gets applied to the existing jobs also. Okay, but I'm not sure why it is not applying for existing jobs. So that's the reason I have created new jobs to show you how exactly.
Okay. Got it.
Okay, so that's it. This is simple, very important, but still important. Explore this. This is the topic which I want to discuss. So we are done with this today's topic of providing security using Jenkins. Very simple. Please practice each and every topic, each and every session. Please practice before coming to next session. Tomorrow's session is one of the most important topic. Guarantee interview question. That is configuring master slave configuration in Jenkins. Why should we configure master slave configuration? What are the steps involved for performing configuration? Master slave configuration is very, very important. That's the topic for tomorrow's session. So meanwhile, please complete this, whatever the pending assignments we'll have. See you tomorrow for master slave configuration. Okay. Yes. It's actually like load balancing. Okay. Master slave configuration. Okay. We'll see that in tomorrow's session. Okay. Thank you all. Bye, Vishal, Akhil, Satyam.
Sunil.
Bye, thank you.
Sunil. Like it's like DevOps with AWS, right? We are using AWS for creating servers alone, or else other than that will be used AWS here. Hello.
No.
Hello.
We are everything learning Jenkins. We are everything learning Jenkins or AWS platform, right?
Yeah.
That's the reason the title is DevOps with AWS. Okay.
No. I'm asking like what all the things we'll be using in DevOps, or what all the concepts will be used for.
Only S3, maximum S3 and AWS. That's it. We will not use other services.
S3 and the EC2. I mean, like creating servers.
EC2. You're right.
Okay, Sunil.
Thank you, Chanakya. Thank you all. Thank you, Asif. Thank you, Bharat. Thank you, Nafis. And see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's session is most important. Please don't miss tomorrow's session.